China has been hit by an earthquake measuring 7.8 on the Richter scale. 5 children are reported to have died after the tremor brought down buildings at 2 primary schools.
4 floors of classrooms collapsed in the earthquake.
Up to 500 have been killed, he says, including his parents, wife and 2 children.
Today, Chinese television showed landslides taking place in Sichuan province.
The Sichuan province is a lowland region in southwestern China. It is also known as the Sichuan Basin and Red Basin because up until 6 million years ago, a large lake occupied the region, and now the soils are exposed red sandstone. Today, it's surrounded by mountains on all sides and is drained by Asia's largest river, the Yangtze. With the fertile soil and gradient topography, it is home to over 100 million people, and the land is used to cultivate rice. With its unique culture, varying dialects, and crop production, it has been nicknamed the breadbasket of China. The unique topography and climate of the basin is a double-edged sword to those who call this scenic location home. The often damp climate and soil may be perfect for cultivating rice, but also is great for many geological hazards and risks, like landslides and flooding. Every year, different risks are presented to the region due to varying factors. For example, the increase of pollution in China has had a direct effect on the hydrological cycle, causing periods of drought and flooding, like the June to September 2008 floods that came after 5 long years of drought. In the event of natural disasters, this area has a fragile domino effect, where one disaster goes hand in hand with one or more reactive events. The 2008 7.8 magnitude earthquake northwest of the capital city caused not only billions of dollars in damages and the loss of nearly 70,000 lives, but also caused around 57,000 major and minor landslides over Asia as a whole. The 2008 Sichuan earthquake occurred on May 12th. The epicenter was located 50 miles southwest of the province's capital, causing high fatalities. Aftershocks occurred several months after the monster quake, causing more loss of life and more landslides. The earthquake wreaked havoc, but the following landslides also caused widespread devastation. The persistent rain and tectonic activity were a recipe for disaster, as landsliding and rockfall covered roads with mud and debris, making rescue efforts nearly impossible. An example of this is the Dunheko landslide that scoured the banks of the Qing'an River and formed a landslide dam. This landslide buried 7 villages and killed more than 400 people. The Sichuan region was one of the hardest hit in the infamous 2011 flooding during the Chinese summer monsoon. After years of pollution-caused drought, rains attempted to saturate the soils, but the result was dastardly. Pollution was only one human-caused enhancement to this disaster, as widespread deforestation left soils barren and unprotected. This flooding event led to landsliding and rockfall, and often landsliding would dam rivers and streams, causing backup to the already overwhelmed water paths. This led the water to attempt to obey the laws of gravity in any way possible, creating heavy silt-saturated waters to flood unusual places and affect the people greatly. In this region, you simply can't have one without the other following. Some areas are attempting to adjust and become more educated to hazards, but with this region being primarily agriculture, people are often poor and live in fragile mud brick housing. Ultimately, landslides happen frequently here, and it's only a matter of time before a natural disaster causes another outbreak.